But he gon' grit that, send shots, make him get back. All that chit chat, riff rap, my niggas ain't.
Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today I have a video about 5 tips on how to stay positive. So these are things that I do personally to stay positive and to keep positive, but also it's a lot of things that many other people do and you can also do as well. They're so easy and they're so effective. Tip number 1 is to meditate. And when I say meditate, I don't mean it has to be in a spiritual type of way, because the word meditation can a lot of the time be associated with spiritual things. Yes, of course, but there are other ways as well to meditate. Meditating is all about exercising your mind, clearing your mind, making your mind a nice, good space for you to be able to live in. So some people that are religious will go to anything to do with their religion, like Christianity. You might go to the Bible, meditate on like the word of God. Other people can use other forms of meditation, like for example going to the gym. That is such a good way. I'm telling you, that is an amazing way to meditate, because it really just clears your mind, gets you ready for the day, makes you so much more energetic and positive and just ready to go for the day. So find something that you like doing. Yoga, Pilates, there's so many different things that you can do. So find something for you that you can actually do that is going to help you have a clean and clear mind and just keep you at peace from the start of the day. Tip number 2 is to keep a positive living environment. And when I mean living environment, I mean literally from your house, the space that you live in, anywhere that you go, the people you associate yourself with. Just make sure that you have that positive energy around you, because the environment that you live in, especially your house for example, you don't want it to be cluttered, you don't want it to be a mess, you want it to be, you know, clean, bright, because that is gonna really match your energy as well, and it's not gonna help you feel positive in any way if it's not, you know, to the best that it can be. And that's the same with the people you hang around with. For example, you don't want to be around people that are going to bring you down, that are going to be negative, that, you know, are always speaking negativity. Even if it's their own opinion, it can actually have a really bad effect on you and influence you in such a bad way. Tip number 3 is to reduce your worries. I know it's so hard sometimes to not worry. I mean, who doesn't? We all have things that, you know, is gonna worry us. There's certain things that we go through and it's like, oh my gosh, no. And you just don't know what the outcome's gonna be, so we tend to worry. As human beings, we are worriers naturally, some more than others. But if you do find yourself worrying a lot and that causes you a lot of stress and negativity, you need to reduce that. You need to make sure that anything that happens, that you don't look at the wrong side of it, you look at the outcome of how things can be good, because everything that happens, it happens for a reason, honestly. It's like one time with me personally, I've experienced something only I think about 2 weeks ago, where I was doing something, cakes for a client, and someone asked me, like when I sent them the picture, they was like, oh, can you, it was a family member, but they was like, oh, can you like put, you know, more like icing on this one because it looks a bit different? And I was just like, well, not really, because that's not how I do my cakes. Like, they look like this on my page, this is how they always have been, so why do you want to change it? And I was feeling a bit like, but why? But then afterwards I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it. And I took that and I just said, you know what, at the end of the day, I'm not gonna worry, because at first the worries started to come like, oh, maybe they're not gonna like it, what if they take it and whatever not. So I just said, you know what, I'm just gonna like add a bit more on what they wanted me to do, change it to how they wanted me to tailor it to. And I took that as a learning curve and just said, you know what, next time I know this, that I can, you know, obviously improve this and do this better. Something to take into consideration. So that is all you have to do to literally make sure that you're reducing your worries and not worrying so much. Because if you actually think about it, when you worry about a situation or you're waiting for an outcome of something and you don't know what the situation is going to be, worrying doesn't really get you anywhere. It's just going to make you feel 10 times worse. Your anxiety is going to go through the roof. You're going to just feel so stressed out, and it's going to really affect your mental health. So try not to worry at all. If you do feel yourself getting anxious as well, you can try different methods. Look online about how to, you know, calm it right down. The next tip is to be optimistic. So just like not worrying. How to have an optimistic mind is that you need to actually train yourself to do that. It's easy to just be like, oh, just be optimistic. Like, I'm an optimist, why don't you just be optimistic as well? Stop being such a pessimist. But it's not that easy. We actually have to train ourselves to do that, because once you're so used to doing something and then to change it, it is going to be a bit difficult. How you actually do that is by basically just looking at every situation in a different variable. Where you've seen the variable of something bad always happening from something, change it and start taking the good. For example, oh my gosh, my holiday was cancelled, this is terrible. You're just going to be angry, upset, like everything is going to be like there to make you just want to explode. But you have to look at it in the optimistic way. Maybe it's a good thing that you didn't go on that holiday, because who knows, something could have happened to the plane. Maybe it wasn't right. Maybe something could have happened while you were on holiday. Maybe something would have happened if you wasn't here back home, and you know, you would have missed it or something. You never know what could happen. So just take the positive and be optimistic in any situation. Switch it around. No more pessimistic, and just train yourself to literally do that. It isn't going to be easy, but the more you work at it, it will get easier and it will become second nature to you. The last tip is to start every morning in a positive way. I know that can be hard, especially sometimes when you don't get enough of sleep, which is another thing that you can actually do to stay positive. Make sure you are getting enough sleep. So sometimes when you wake up early, or you've had a bad day the day before and it's still like on your mind, we don't always wake up in the best of moods. It can happen, or we wake up fine and then something happens straight away in the morning to really just set the tone for the day. You have to try as much as you can to make sure that you are thinking positive, and just that initial thought will just help you and set the tone for the day. Whether that's a positive affirmation, whether that's a compliment to yourself when you look in the mirror, complimenting someone else, it could be literally anything, or even doing something nice for yourself, exercising, I don't know, get an early appointment to go and do your hair, do your nails, do something nice to really set that tone for your day. And then throughout the day, try as much as you can to stay positive. And it's actually proven that when you set the tone for your day and have positivity from the morning, it does take a lot longer and it's a lot harder for things to actually really frustrate you. So just give that a try and see how you get on with that. Well, those were my top 5 tips on how to stay positive. Make sure you give them a try, and I would love to see how they helped you, if they helped you or not. Just give me a DM or leave a comment of any thoughts that you have as well, or anything that you might already do to stay positive. I would love to see. If you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up, and make sure you subscribe to my channel if you have not already. I'll be back with another video. Until then, bye.